Baruch she'asa li nes b'makom hazeh. Praised is the one that made a miracle occur for me in this space. Soon I'll share with you more about the space, but first I need to share with you the background. So the story is that it was many years ago, and it just turned out that the day that amongst other days, that I was not accustomed to going to pray with a minyan with 9 other men davening with tefillin on. But anyway, I was instead, first I was doing physical exercise, and I was listening to teachings of the Rebbe. And this particular Tuesday morning, I don't know how many years ago it was, but this particular Tuesday morning, I'm listening to the Rebbe talk about how important it is that we make every attempt to pray with a minyan. So I changed course, Baruch Hashem. And but at that morning, when I'm listening to it, I'm thinking to myself, where can I catch a minyan now? By the time I'll get out of Malibu, there's traffic and this and that, so it's going to be a difficult way to get a minyan. To a minyan, I wasn't aware of the later minyans at the time. So instead, I was reminded of something that we learned in yeshiva, that in Hasidism, there's this idea of having an internal minyan where you bring together all 10 of your faculties and you bring them into a state of connection. In a way, there, to a certain degree, it's like a minyan. So I decided at least that I could do. I had an open morning, so I took a book of the teachings of the Rebbe, and I went off to this place in Solstice Canyon, right here, and I just decided to come here. It was a Tuesday morning. It was kind of empty. Actually, it was completely empty. And I came right here, and I kind of got my stuff together. I sat down, and I began to learn. And I learned about the idea of making our physical world a space where the divine could occur in an open and a revealed way. And I began, after an hour of learning, to pray. And as I'm praying, I'm there alone. I'm feeling so connected. I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, this would be so amazing if only. You want to take a moment to listen to the birds? They got quiet. Oh, there they are again. So I decided when I got to the Baruch Hu part, which you can't say a certain part if you don't have a minyan, I'm thinking I gotta at least make a minyan here happen. And literally I opened up my eyes and someone with a beard and a kippah standing right here, literally right here, and he's like, you need a minyan? It's 11:30 in the morning, Tuesday morning, Solstice Canyon, middle of Malibu, middle of nowhere. I said, what are you talking about? He says, boys! And a whole bunch of boys come in right here in this spot where for a few minutes we got to stand together and we got to pray as a minyan, which is a way in which to bring the manifestation of the divine light. And then they went on. They went on a hike up there. There's a beautiful hike. It's very, very, very amazing. There's several choices. And meanwhile, I go back and I'm just like completely out of my mind. I can't believe what just took place. And after I finished praying, it was a great story, but I didn't feel like it was something that, I shared with my wife, but I didn't go around telling people the story. But then I learned about something in the teachings of Hasidus that transformed the way that I perceived what occurred. And the Rebbe, the fifth Rebbe, although other Rebbes all get into this concept, the fifth Rebbe describes this idea that there are different types of miracles. There are miracles that break the laws of nature, but then there are such random, over-the-top things that happen within nature, but the fact that they happened is like, wow, what an incredible miracle. I think we all know of some of those. So what I was learned about was that when you come to a place where something like that occurred, then there's a breakthrough that never goes away. So here I am again. And for the sake of sharing the miracles that are happening in our time, I share this story with you. I pray we all get connected deeper and deeper to the light of Hashem. in a way that brings us closer and closer together.